In this video, we will introduce the prep for NSE 6_SDW_AD 7.6 Fortinet NSE 6 SD-WAN 7.6 Enterprise Administrator. What is Fortinet NSE 6 SD-WAN 7.6 Enterprise Administrator? Experience requirements. NSE 6_SDW_AD 7.6 Exam details. Key exam topics and knowledge areas. Best study strategy to pass the Fortinet NSE 6_SDW_AD 7.6 exam. 1. What are two advantages of using an IPsec recommended template to configure an IPsec tunnel in a hub-and-spoke topology? Choose 2. A. It ensures consistent settings between Phase 1 and Phase 2. B. It guides the administrator to use Fortinet recommended settings. C. It automatically installs IPsec tunnels to every spoke when they are added to the FortiManager atom. D. The VPN Monitor tool provides additional statistics for tunnels defined with an IPsec recommended template. 2. Which of the following step is necessary to use overlay links in SD-WAN? A. Overlay links must be configured in the global VDOM on a FortiGate. B. Overlay links must include one active IPsec interface. C. Overlay links must be configured with a dedicated firewall policy. D. Overlay links must be added to SD-WAN zone. 3. You want to configure AD-VPN without root reflection on your SD-WAN topology. Which two statements apply to this scenario? Choose 2. A. AD-VPN without root reflection is compatible with BGP on loopback. B. AD-VPN without root reflection allows hub side steering by root tag. C. AD-VPN without root reflection is also called AD-VPN 2.0. D. AD-VPN without root reflection is compatible with static routing on the overlay. 4. You configured a manual SD-WAN rule to steer game and social media traffic through port 2. However, when analyzing the traffic flow, you notice that the volume of traffic through port 2 is much smaller than expected. What should you check on the FortiGate configuration? A. Check whether application group detection is allowed on the firewall policy that allows the traffic flow. B. Check on the FortiGate CLI whether the feature that allows the detection of applications per group is enabled. C. Check whether application filter is allowed in the FortiGuard settings. D. Check whether application control is allowed on the firewall policy that allows the traffic flow. 5. You are configuring SD-WAN zones and members on a FortiGate device. Which two facts should you take into account? Choose 2. A. You can add any physical interface to a zone. B. You can add only SD-WAN members to a zone. C. The default zone is virtual WAN link. D. The default zone is SDW default. 6. Which two statements correctly describe what happens when traffic matches the implicit SD-WAN rule? Choose 2. A. The session information output displays no SD-WAN service ID. B. By default, FortiGate load balance the traffic according to the source IP address. C. FortiGate flags the session with SDWINF. D. The traffic is distributed through only static routes or directly connected routes. 7. Refer to the exhibits. You have configured an SD-WAN rule and a firewall policy. You check the interface list, and the sessions established between a LAN device and a server located on another side. Based on the exhibits, if the performances of port 1 falls outside SLA, what can you expect for traffic matching the session shown? A. FortiGate will drop the session. The user must establish a new session that FortiGate will steer through port 2. B. You must check the underlay zone configuration to know the answer. C. You must check the system global configuration to know the answer. D. FortiGate will flag the session as dirty, and reevaluate the interface to use when the next packet arrives. 8. Refer to the exhibits. The VPN configuration on a spoke and a hub is shown. The administrator wants to use those tunnels to build an SD-WAN topology. Which one parameter must you modify to allow the tunnel to come up and be used in the SD-WAN topology? A. Set exchange interface IP to enable on the hub side. B. Set mode CFG to enable on the spoke side. C. Set the type to dynamic on the hub side. D. Change IC version to 2 on the hub and the spoke. 9. Refer to the exhibit. The administrator used the SD-WAN overlay template to prepare an IPsec tunnel configuration for a hub and spoke SD-WAN topology. The exhibit shows the FortiManager installation preview for one FortiGate device. Based on the exhibit, which statement best describes the configuration applied to the FortiGate device? A. It is a spoke device. It can trigger the establishment of an AD-VPN shortcut. B. It is a hub device. It will automatically discover the spoke devices and add them to the SD-WAN topology. C. It is a hub device in a dual hub topology. It can participate in the establishment of AD-VPN shortcuts. D. It is a spoke device. It can establish shortcuts only if the remote spoke initiates the request. 10. Refer to the exhibit. As a FortiManager administrator, you reviewed the device blueprint configuration. Based on the exhibit, which configuration deviates from best practices? A. You should assign at least one provisioning template to the branch KVM blueprint. B. You should assign a device group to the branch FortiF blueprint. C. You should assign a single provisioning template to the branch FortiF blueprint. D. You should assign a provisioning template or a device group to the Hub 1800F blueprint, but not both. Check the correct answers for each question. Subscribe Passert for more IT exam prep.